You're listening to the RowdCAST on the RowdCAST Radio Network.
The RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No! No!
I am everything that I said I am. Keep my shit tight, man. Motherfucking Hoover Dam. And I ain't cracking anytime soon. My mindset is fine-tuned. This world will be mine soon. Show down at high noon. Sharp as a harpoon. Crash like a monsoon. Style like a costume. I'm constantly awesome. Voice fresh as spring. Yo, my beats about to blossom. Caution, get out to pit when I'm moshing. My friends are a high. Yeah, I'm nice and I got them that way. We bows on parade. My bow's full of weed, man. Higher than a pterodactyl. You can call me caveman. California raisin. Hit me through the grapevine. Dirty BB days to give, but man, I'm feeling just fine. I be out in Vegas while your bitches just a state line. I ain't never stop until I finally feel I got mine.
We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die.
I keep it cool, right? I'm like an avalanche. I get stupid when I want to. Rain Man, I keep it flowing now. I do the rain dance. Man, everybody loves me, call me Rain Man. Here I go, I be getting so high like I'm standing on my tippy toes. Spread my wings and fly, but I got 2 arms where my wings should go. Hungry as an animal, tearing down the devil's door. He's selling me a soul for all the lyrics in my arsenal. Eyes red, lungs full, half messed the flagpole. I'm about to kill this beat and throw it in a drowning pool. Hair long, style cool, lyrics fresh, jet fuel. On this track, no looking back, I'm hippie like a hacky sack. Smoother than a Cadillac, leave MCs needing Medivac. Yeah, I lost my shit, but bitch, you know I got the passion back. Locked inside my temper trap, I'm laughing at your pussycats. I ain't never stop until the top is what I'm looking
Said
at.
we're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die. Okay, listen up, kiddos. I'm a shark, you're a minnow. Balls on your chin, call your bitch Jay Leno. Don't go swimming, cause your shit sounds menstrual. We ain't here to play like Dr. Dre South Central. Spit barbiturates to make you move your tits and shit. To have your body moving, have your hips just throwing fits. Willie sitting high, just as high the time is 9 now. I'm flooring my DeLorean, Marty McFly. Yeah, anybody home, 2 spliffs to the dome. It's a headshot, dreadnought, noobs get pwned. Yeah, I fucking said it was so last year. I got a pack full of gear and a trunk full of beer. Never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. We're never gonna lay down, we ain't going nowhere. You can come and give a try. Our bond is our blood and thicker than water. Like Goonies never say die. Oh, like Goonies never say oh. Like Goonies never say die.
Yeah, bitch. Dirty heads. Goonies never say die. They never ever say die. What's up, motherfucker? I came back. We're a little late. You know, we said 9:30. It's about 10:15, whatever. You know how I do this thing. I don't care. If you're listening, you're listening. If you're not, I don't give a fuck. Catch me later. I just fuck about shit my pants. I got with me someone that's becoming a pretty regular on the RowdCAST. He's getting up there with he may be one of the most appearances on the RowdCAST. Mr. Dan Lepley, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? You know, living the dream.
Yeah, me too, man. Just fucking trying to make money and get through life. You know, have everything paid for and buy some cool shit every once in a while. I think that's what life's about. You're the married man, though. You got the married life. I'm not married yet. I just got a baby. I did it backwards. You know?
Well, I'm married into a kid.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So you're still living the dad life, dude. You know what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it's all about. It's it's like it's a rewarding thing, but it's tough too, man. It ain't fucking easy shit.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy when he's not your child, also.
Yeah, not at all. Because you got to go play the whole thing as like you're not my dad sometimes, and you got to be like, well, listen, motherfucker, I'm the one putting the roof over your head. I am your fucking dad. I'll fucking take my belt off so fast. Now you understand why your parents fucking were like that, you know?
Yeah.
When your parents would tell you, you know, I'll whoop your ass. It's like, man, I can see even with mine, he's a baby, but he's gonna get out of control, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have my hands full with that one. You know?
Your mom put that curse on you. I hope you have a child that's just as bad as you.
Exactly, and I think he's exactly like me. He's so fidgety, and like his attention's in like 7 different places at the same time, and it's like I've never been diagnosed with ADHD or ADD, but I think I have it. I just more that I live my life like I can be doing like I'll be listening to a podcast, playing Xbox, watching the news, you know, doing like 4 things at the same time. And I think for a lot of people that would be like overstimulation, but for me that's normal, and I can do 4 things at one time, you know. It's kind of strange though. What were you telling me though? What were you telling me right before we went on the fucking, not the anonymous thing, but the other thing? What were you saying?
I just was scrolling through Facebook, and all of a sudden this fucking story pops up that says a woman was arrested for finger blasting herself and then asking random strangers to smell her fingers.
I don't know if you can. How do you charge somebody for that?
Is it like gross sexual imposition or some shit like that? I mean, what do you charge her with?
Did she make them smell her fingers, or is she like, hey,
no.
my fingers smell like pussy juice? You want to take a sniff?
I watched a video of her. Someone videotaping her. She walked up to this old man and says, "Here, smell my fingers."
Oh my god!
You know, and the old man's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go balls deep and get a giant whiff of these fucking fingers."
Definitely. You know, I want to sniff. I want to fucking sniff on it.
Oh, what that smell like?
Yeah, what's that shit smell like, bitch? It smells like pussy and butthole juice. If you are joining us tonight, we're trying something new live on Facebook Live, fucking streaming it live. So you are joining us. You can chat on Facebook. We're also on Spreaker.com. That's what I pay for. That's my storage. I pay, I pay my $20 a month, which I'd like to say now I don't pay out of my pocket. That's actually paid from advertising. Someone sends me a check every month, and my $19.99 is paid for, so I don't pay for Spreaker anymore. I never thought when I started doing podcasting that I would ever fucking make $1. But thanks to, my buddy at 3 Lunatics, Mr. Zach, Mr. Iron Man, he's always hooking me up, always fucking doing new stuff, and he's taking me along for the ride, and I'm getting incentives and bonuses from that, So it's fucking cool feeling. But still same old RowdCAST, still same old shit that you're used to. Ain't much change. I'm still drinking beer, farting into the microphone, and burping, and bringing weirdos on here like fucking Dan. So, so what's new with you, Dan? Anything been popping on your mind? Anything that you wanted to talk about specifically, or anything like that?
Oh, fuck, man, it's all. I mean, the worst of it's that we have Donald fucking Trump as our president.
Amazing? I knew we'd have to talk about that because I really haven't done any podcasts since the election. Really, I mean, I've done 3 Lunatics, but I haven't really done any RowdCAST. And that's a big thing. Yeah, Donald Trump's our fucking president. How amazing is that?
A fucking reality TV star is our fucking president.
Did you think that he had any chance?
No.
No one did. And that's the thing. You're a liar if you do.
Yeah.
You're a goddamn liar because ain't nobody seen that shit coming. The motherfucker telling people he can grab bitches by the pussy. He does whatever he wants, pretty much. That's what he did.
Grab him by the
money.
pussy?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like that. It's, and you know, they were saying that locker room talk and shit. Like, locker room talk, man, that's how dudes talk. Fucking grab a bitch by the pussy. But it's just when you are going to be the president of the United States, you can't let that shit get out. But no matter who tries to be the president, there's always dirt. You know, there's always coffins they're gonna fucking dig up. There's always skeletons that they're gonna. If you're trying to be the president, you know that all your shit's gonna come to the surface. You know, I mean, there's no way you can get around it. There's people out there that they're paid to fucking find every little fucking thing that you ever did wrong in your life, and that's gonna come up. And I truly think that that's why fucking Hillary's not our president, though, is because there's so much dirt and shit. And, like, I was just, like, having a debate with my mom the other day where she was like, she's a hardcore against Trump and he's an idiot and blah, 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 blah. And as far as I'm concerned, they're both fucking idiots, you know? But, so, I was talking with her and she says, Hillary's never done anything wrong. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, do you fucking just open the internet and fucking start Googling some shit? You know, the Benghazi shit, the sabotaging Bernie Sanders with the fucking, the primary, you know? I mean, it's fucking amazing. Did you get cut off there?
Yeah. I
was talking with her.
You got audio in your background with me.
Yeah, sorry.
Try to move that up.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
No, it's okay. It happens sometimes, man. This is what you do when you're live. If fucking you're winging it, man. Anything could happen. Disconnections happen. Fucking internets go down. I mean, that's part of doing this thing live. But I love doing it live because people can chat live. They can fucking put their 2 cents in, and that's what this is all about. But where'd you fall out at? Did you hear any of the shit I was saying about Donald Trump and Hillary, and about how fucking crooked and corrupt she is? And I believe that's why she's not our president. I think that America's you're starting to see our generation take hold. You're starting to see the old generation kind of fade out, and these new. That's why you've seen the marijuana movement. It was such a good election where you've seen. I think there's only one place where it actually failed, recreational or medical. I think it was Arizona. It failed. Other than that, it passed across the board. Every state that had it on the ballot for medical or recreational passed. That's amazing.
What's crazy about it fucking failing in Arizona is the fucking painkiller industry put $1 million in advertisement against not getting it legalized. Like,
really? In Arizona they did that?
Yeah, the company that makes fentanyl.
Really? I didn't see any of this.
Poured in like $1 million into advertising against it. Like, what the fuck? Just shows you how fucking disgusting the fucking pharmaceutical industry is. The
shit that we got going on right now, fucking people are dropping like fucking. I mean, to even say dropping like flies is a fucking understatement. Yeah, you got handfuls of people in these small towns and communities like Tiffin and Bellevue and Fremont and shit. You're talking daily overdoses, handfuls, 5, 6 a day. Fucking because a bad batch hits the streets and fucking all these motherfuckers, dude, hit it up. And I mean that's a serious fucking problem. And that's the thing, in the election you didn't really hear them talk about it too much, a little bit. But it's like, I mean, really, that somebody needs to start doing something because these pharmaceutical companies they are getting paid millions and millions of dollars to fucking ruin people's lives. I mean, really. Well,
and the reason you're not hearing, none of them are talking about heroin is because. Why do you think we're in Afghanistan? Like, just go back and look at the history of our country and the wars that we've been involved in the last 30 years, 40 years. When heroin was bad before, we were in Vietnam. Where was all the heroin coming from? From Vietnam. Then it goes as we go into all the conflicts that are going on in Central America with Iran, Contra, and all that shit. Cocaine's heavily coming into the country. Why is that? Because we're involved in those wars. Now that we're back over in the Middle East and it's all opium over there, heroin's fucking huge again. It's all because our government is bringing that shit in here. You can call me conspiracy theorist all you want. Just look at what drugs spiked on with which war we were involved in, and look at it. It's insane that people don't see that connection.
You could definitely be onto something, man. I mean,
just look at it.
Yeah, you could definitely. I mean, it's amazing that kind of shit is going on. I mean, there's something else behind it, because I mean, these people are the money that these people are accumulating. I mean, I'm trying to think of the drug that came out a couple years ago that it was like a heart medication, and they had over like, I want to say like 50,000 people either had issues or died from using this medication for a heart medication. And these things are tested by the FDA. Like, what the fuck? I was reading something else too that I seen that a guy that's trying to do a documentary. He said that trying to get a hold of the people from the FDA and sit down and have an interview with them, they won't. It's like so tight knit, and it's so they won't have an interview. They won't talk to you. They won't do nothing. And it's like, this is the Food and Drug Administration. What's so fucking secretive about that? We should know what's in our fucking food and what the fuck you guys are doing. It's amazing. How the fuck can especially we're the people. We're paying you for your fucking job. If we want to sit down, we want to ask some questions, we should be able to ask some fucking questions. It's amazing. It's scary as fuck. That's the kind of shit that scares me. And like I said, these people, these kids and these young people, all these people are losing fucking parents, losing their kids, losing, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, moms, dads from fucking, drugs. And it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. There's a lot. I'm glad that these people, the people are meeting and forming these groups and, pushing Narcan and stuff like that. That's awesome. But I just don't think that's enough. I think it's you got to start at the top down, man. And that's the one thing about Donald Trump is him saying he's going to drain the swamp, he's going to clean house, and blah blah. Well, you look at the moves that he's been making already, that he's talking about, it doesn't look good. He's putting lobbyists in fucking positions, which lobbyists are the people that do not need to have political
influence.
Positions. Yep, and he's already talking about how he's getting rid of. He's going to get rid of the banning that we were doing on coal and that kind of stuff, and he's going to push more for coal mining and old stuff. It's like, dude, you're a fucking dinosaur, bro. If you can't see that coal burning and gasoline and oil and shit is not affecting our atmosphere, that fracking and shit, he's going to push. He's going to open up more fracking mines. He's going to make more jobs doing that. If you don't see that that's a fucking serious problem, then there's something wrong in your head. Because you're in Oklahoma, you're having earthquakes, places that never had earthquakes before, they've 99% contributed that to fracking. Fucking savage dog, man. He's like a fucking. The thing is like he would be the best guard dog if he actually guarded the house. He doesn't bark at fucking things that are worthwhile. He barks at fucking idiots, man. He barks at fucking leaf blowing in the outside or something. But something that I wanted to talk about though, because since we're on the election, I just seen something that was published by Yahoo News today, and it says that a group of computer scientists and election attorneys, which I didn't even know that was a real fucking job, are urging Democrat Hillary Clinton to call for a recount in three Pacific swing states where President-elect Donald Trump won. These states include Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. I guess there's a lot of... it says that the findings do not prove that the results in these three states were hacked or manipulated, but the group said it believes evidence merit a recount, which is kind of just these guys bitching, it sounds like. But they were saying that they think possibly there's influence from Russian hackers. Ask Mitch Frost about the Russian hackers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Is it possible with the electrical, using the internet and that kind of shit nowadays? Fuck yeah, it is. It is definitely a possibility.
Like what I've talked to Mitch about stuff like that, and all computer programmers put a back door into everything. I mean, if someone knows a way to get in, if someone knows that there's a back door into something, they can get into it. It's just why does Russia want Trump in office? What do they have to gain with him being in office? I don't understand this. Oh, it's Russian.
How they like him and stuff. That to me, knowing Putin, or it's the shit that I've been covering on Putin in the last couple of years, and that kind of shit. I think that Putin is a fucking. I think it may all be a gimmick, dude. It's all ploy, saying he loves them and shit. It's all bullshit. That he don't give two fucks, man. He don't give fucking. He don't care. He thinks that we're vulnerable. I can't even speak. We're vulnerable with Trump in the White House. That he thinks that. That's what he's saying, is that he wants to restore relations and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know about all that, dude. I don't know. I don't trust that motherfucker, dude. He's dirty. He's scary as fuck, man.
I mean, they don't give a fuck what we're doing, man. Like,
No.
Really, they do not give a fuck what we do. Like, you can sit here and say all this, like all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East. We're the ones that are. Syria wants Russia there to help them. They don't want us in Syria. So, like, all this shit that happens there, and they say, oh, it's the Russians. No, we're the aggressors there. We're not wanted there. They want Russia to help them, and we are there just
fucking shit up.
For nothing. We're not there. There's no reason for us to be there. Oh, ISIS is there. Well, the guy that's in power there is trying to fight ISIS with Russia, and he doesn't want our help. Why the fuck do we need to be involved in everything that's going on in the world? Why? We're not the world's police. Stay the fuck out of it.
We're America.
Yeah, they do. Just stay out of it.
Here to run the motherfucking day, yeah, America. Blow bombs on your shit. Kill your kids. That's how we roll, dude.
I mean, how funny is it that they show in that fucking Team America movie that they show us or show people blowing up Paris, and then that shit happens,
Really?
with the terrorists going after Paris.
Amazing. These guys are fucking geniuses, man.
They are. South Park's so fucking good. It's just they're so fucking funny.
I got to take a piss right now, so sorry that I had to go so quick, but this happened when I drink beer. So talk your mind, say whatever you got to say. If you don't want to say nothing, you don't have to say nothing. Tell these fuckers to fuck off.
All right. I don't know. I mean, what do I want to talk about? I just, I'm just I'm not a Democrat or a Republican in that with the shit with the election. Trump, I don't like him as a person. I think he's a shitty fucking person. And the reason he is been elected is because people are sick of all the fucking, the progressive left, that this fucking bullshit shoving down that I have to fucking call you a certain gender fucking pronoun or this or that. And then I'm an asshole that if I don't know that you want to be called a man when you're a woman or whatever bullshit. They're just, people are tired of that shit. And not only are they tired of that, you put a fucking criminal as your president-elect when you had someone in Bernie that 100% would have beat Donald Trump in an election, but you fucked him out of the election.
They screwed. That's irony. It's fucking karma.
Yeah. I mean,
his own party conspired against him and sabotaged against him, and they fucking voted him out. They voted him out. They sabotaged him, and then they lose the election because they were so confident that Hillary Clinton would destroy Trump, and they lost. And that's amazing because my whole life I've pretty much been I felt like I was a Democrat lifelong. I felt that way, but this election I could not side with Hillary.
No,
and I mean, again. A lot of the shit, and that's what they were trying to say is this fucking Facebook, all these fake news, they really influence the political, the whole election and all the politics, the fake Facebook shit, always fucked all that up. It's like, if you get all your news from fucking Facebook, you're a retard.
Yeah.
That's what, I mean, and even if you go to just one news site, if you just go to CNN or you just go to Fox News, all of them are biased in a way. They all tweak things certain ways or make things sound better. They have whoever's running it tells them, the editors and the chiefs and shit, what to do. So if you're going to the same news source over and over again and getting the same fucking stupid shit, yeah, your views are probably going to be a little skewed, and you're not gonna get the real facts out of the shit.
Well, like when I read something on like Facebook, I'll read it, and then I'll go to, like, if it's something that one of my friends that's posted that I know is, far right. I'll go and I'll find something that I kind of, like a fucking what's a like Snoops or whatever the fuck Snopes, whatever the fuck that.
Snopes,
I'll go
Snopes,
find something that's kind of left and read that, and then my position will probably be somewhere dead center in the middle because you're so far right and you're so far left. I fall always dead center in the middle. Like I when it comes to like social issues, I'm totally fucking progressive left. I want you to be able to marry whoever the fuck you want to marry. I want you to be able to do whatever you want to do with your body. If you want to have a fucking abortion, I'm all for it. But
definitely,
when it comes to like all the fucking the entitlement shit, all the fucking welfare, all that crap. I work every day. I want to know where all my fucking tax dollars are going to, and I'm all for it if it's a fucking single mother who's working 2 jobs, she's got 4 kids, and she's trying to, she's working and she's trying to get through. I'm all for my tax dollars helping that person out, but I'm not for my money going to some lazy piece of shit that's like, well, I'm better. I can make more money doing nothing, being on welfare, than actually going out and getting a fucking job. That's
each kid I get $5,000. Shit, I'm gonna have more kids. I could get $5,000 on my taxes for every fucking kid I pop out. So shit, I'm gonna have 10 kids, and I ain't gotta work.
I'm off. It's moderation, and it's never with the fucking. With the left, it's like they want you to be so dependent on the government that you have to get everything for them. And I don't want that. Like, if I need something, I need help, I'd rather be able to be where everyone's so prosperous that I can go to my neighbor and say, hey, I need help with this. Is there any way we can work something out? And then I'll help you with something out down the line. I don't want to have to go to the government to get to help me. I want them to stay the fuck out of my life. You know what I mean? I feel like the government should only be there to make sure that the roads are taken care of. That we're protected when we need to be protected.
Yeah,
that we're not.
People are going fucking crazy, then they roll in and fucking, settle shit down. I agree that. I think the states. I mean, that's how the Constitution was formed. The states should govern themselves, and that's what I think is crazy about like federal marijuana laws. Like, they're still putting that as a tier 1 drug, marijuana. And you have states like Colorado and now Washington and Maine and fucking Nevada, California, Oregon. All of them are saying Massachusetts. It's legal. So how the fuck is my federal government going to tell me that it's fucking illegal? That I can't do that? That's the thing. It's like standing behind a fucking fence, man, looking through, seeing everybody else. It's like, wait a second, this needs to be national. And the only reason it's passing in all these states is because of the money. It has nothing to do with. It's not that they've actually done the research and actually realized that it's safe and it's a safe alternative to alcohol and tobacco. It has nothing to do with that. It's that the revenue they made. I think they made $4.5 billion in Colorado alone from medical marijuana or from marijuana sales. $4.5 billion. It was over $4 billion they made just from marijuana tax.
Think about it. It was the first time ever they made more money in tax revenue from weed than they did in alcohol. Now, just for a second, think about that. Alcohol is sold at every single bar, at almost every restaurant you go to, every gas station, every carryout. In Colorado, that's sold everywhere. There's only certain places you can go to get weed at certain dispensaries. How many dispensaries could there be? 100, 150 throughout the state, 200?
Yeah.
Just think about the amount of, why isn't every state seeing that? Like Ohio, when we tried to put that shit on the ballot, like, why do they not see what Colorado was doing and just say, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow that model. Look how well they're doing. Why do we have to have 10 greedy fucks that want to control everything? And then you saw it prospering in Colorado. You saw like how much money is being brought in. Like, there was obviously enough money to go around for everybody that wants to get involved in it. Everybody wants to fucking smoke weed. They're not even that they want to smoke weed.
You want to talk about job creation? Shit, right there. All the fucking facilities you're going to open, manufacturing, fuck fracking. The fuck, there's more money in oil. I'm sure, but there's a lot of fucking money in weed too.
Think about all the stuff that they could start doing with hemp. If it's not just fucking that you can smoke weed, all the stuff that's available to you again, that you can use hemp as a textile, you can use hemp as a fucking fuel, just all the stuff that comes.
They made the first automobile out of hemp. You know, and that's a lot of people. I've talked about this 100 times on here, but you really want to know the reason why marijuana is illegal is exactly what you're talking about is hemp. Because they could make everything. Anything you can make with cotton, you can make out of hemp. Almost anything you make with plastic, you can make out of hemp. You can make park benches out of hemp. You can make clothes, you can make rope. The biggest reason that it's illegal is because the first automobile, they were using hemp for the fucking interior, and they didn't like that. It was lightweight, it was sturdy, and also nylon rope came around, and they wanted to put it down, and they fucking petitioned against it. They started spreading all these lies, how it makes Mexicans and black people, it makes them rape, it makes them kill. That's what they said. Reefer matters. That was real. That was what they were pushing. Said it makes you homicidal. It makes you a fucking rapist. It makes you suicidal. Tell me one person that smokes weed that wants to go kill somebody or kill themselves or fucking wants to rape somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like if you smoke weed and want to rape somebody, you're already a rapist. You're gonna rape them whether you fucking smoke weed or anything. You know, you don't need a substance to fucking do that. But that's the reason that's the reason they pushed that shit in like the 1920s, dude. And that shit's still around today. And the reason it is now is because of money. All these fucking, you know, they would feel tidal waves through all these different sections. You know, the pharmaceuticals, the fucking alcohol. You know, Anheuser-Busch. I'm sitting here drinking a Bud Light right now, but Anheuser-Busch is a huge component against it. They're putting lots of money into fighting it. Yeah. You know, the Catholic Church put shitloads of money into, I think it was in Massachusetts. They put like $500,000 into putting, you know, trashing legal marijuana and putting these ads up about how bad it is for you and shit. And obviously they lost, but all these people with big money are fucking putting money into it because they're against it. You know, and there's no reason why they should be against it. The only reason they're against it is because of money. You know, I heard something the other day, not to cut you off, but I heard something the other day that they said that there was a study that that marijuana, they think they're doing some kind of study that, and again, I don't have the fucking websites or anything like that. So if you believe me, you believe me. If you don't, you don't. But they said they're doing some study that they're starting to realize there are some health risks to your heart from marijuana, that from long use of marijuana can affect your heart. But another thing that was published, they said there's huge substantial benefits to mental health, to all kinds of different disorders and mental disorders and just mental health, keeping you stress-free and that kind of stuff. Of course, we all knew that. But that marijuana can, instead of taking fucking Prozac and taking all these fucking pills they throw at you, you could smoke a little weed or eat some edibles or something like that, and that could mellow you out and do the exact same fucking thing. But about the health, the heart things, I don't know. Is that true? I don't know. And again, who's doing the research? Some of these companies are so biased. They have these companies in their back pocket that are paying them a bunch of fucking money and saying, "Hey, we'd really like it if your conclusion comes out negative here. You know, we're gonna give you a fucking a couple trash bags full of fucking money, and you know, just make sure that report looks nice at the end. You know, that shit goes on. You know?
Well, last weekend I was up in Michigan for a family Thanksgiving or whatever up there, and one of my cousins was talking about how his best friend, it's like 38 or 39 years old, had, you know, a year ago goes to the doctor and finds out he's got stage 4 colon cancer. Just terrible shit. Yeah. You know, so we start talking to him. I start talking to him about stuff, and like all the treatment that he's going through and how it's destroying his body and shit. And they have medical marijuana up there. And I started talking to him about it, and he was like, yeah, he would get it, this and that. And I started asking him about CBD oil. He's like, I don't have any idea what that is. And I'm like, do you know if your friend hadn't knew anything about it? He's like, no, I think all he did medical, you know, weed-wise was smoking. I'm like, well, now see, right here is a perfect example of what you fucked people over, you know, through having it illegal for the last 70 years or 80 years. That CBD oil is so good for cancer, all the stuff that we're finding out now, that
pain and fucking inflammation,
that you fucked people over who could have, real fucking
no
lives.
education. No one has any education about it. Nobody knows anything about them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And they live somewhere where there's where medical weed is available to them, and they don't know about CBD oil. Like, that's how fucked. Like, just if some medicine is out there that can keep somebody from not feeling like a piece, just feeling like shit all the time, why as an adult can I not have that? Like, who the fuck are you as the government to tell me what I cannot put in my body? If it's gonna fucking help me, like if it's gonna not make me feel like shit, it's gonna fucking cure my cancer. Why the fuck are you telling me no? It's illegal. It's a drug. Like, everything that you're doing is going against what this country was founded on. I should be able to do whatever I want whenever I want because this is a free country. Absolutely. Your drug war has been a total and complete failure. You've done nothing besides make drug use. What's it went up 100%, 100 times.
Billions of dollars. You could burn. You could just start a bonfire and burn it every day, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Billions and billions of dollars. That's what it pretty much the drug war is.
Wasting money. Well, then the thing is like, there's all the money. You legalize drugs just decriminalize them across the board, and start pumping that money into treatment instead of fucking arresting people and shoving them into jail for something that should someone gets fucked up on drugs and now they get pulled over with something and now their life's fucked because they're not hurting anybody. Their life's fucked.
Yeah, it's a victimless crime. And then there's people that fucking, for growing pot or selling fucking mass amounts of pot, are in prison for 20 plus years. Sometimes some people had life sentences. In the South, they put them in prison for fucking life. Child molesters and murderers don't even get fucking life. What the fuck are you doing? They're just this old school way of thinking. These old judges and fucking throw them up, throw away the key, fuck it. Smoking the devil's grass.
Yeah, and then fucking Trump gets into office, and who's you want to fucking point as Attorney General? Jeff Sessions. This fucking
I had that on here too.
Old fucking piece of shit. It's just like, dude, why? Like, that's what's crazy to me. Is
he said people that smoke weed or people that smoke marijuana are not good people. Like, who the fuck?
He
what?
said,
yeah. What are you talking about?
He said good people don't smoke marijuana. Yeah, it's like. Yeah. For wherever, it's like, why did, like, it just shows you how terrible that Hillary is, that you put on a set, like, why is a guy that's running for president 70 years old? Like, why isn't there somebody, better, young? It's so crazy to me that those two were our best options.
I agree. It baffles me. It baffles how it's like, everything can come. It's like it's planned. But then that's the one thing I say, like, I've always, and I'm wrong, and I'll say this right now, I've been wrong this whole time. I told you guys all this stuff and how it's all rigged, and I knew Hillary would be our president, and I'm wrong. It's maybe not, obviously if Trump won, it's not rigged.
Maybe it was rigged though.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Think about what.
Maybe they put they put Hillary out there. She's such a corrupt piece of shit that everyone's just like, fuck that, we're not going to vote for her. They put Trump in there, knowing that Trump's going to not do a fucking word of what he said. He's going to do the exact opposite of all this shit. He's not going to prosecute Hillary.
No,
he's not going to fucking...
That. He ain't going to build no fucking wall. He's not going to... He's going to deport him, but he ain't going to fucking... No. He ain't building no fucking wall.
We even said that. He's not going to push... He's not going to be as aggressive as trying to, go after people who are here illegally. So all the stuff that you got fucking that people were behind you on, you're already backtracking, and you're not even the president yet.
Yeah,
so just like
fucking over a month before you even step foot.
Just think about what's going to happen when he gets into office, and you can't fucking blame me when he gets in office because I didn't vote for that fucking piece of shit. I didn't vote for fucking Hillary. I just left it fucking. In all reality, I should have fucking wrote in Harambe like everybody else, like 100,000 other people. Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, well, that just shows you what a joke our election system is. Yes. It does show you that our electoral system is a joke, that you can write in a fucking dead gorilla got 100,000 votes. Like that, something needs to change with our system. There needs to be more than two fucking choices. It's like choosing between what's South Park say? A turd or douche or a shit sandwich?
Douche or a shit sandwich. That's right. And that's what we had. That's what we fucking had. It's so terrible, man. But I mean, all we can do is hold on to our fucking ass and see what fucking happens. You know, I mean, really. But yeah, I was the one to say Jeff Sessions is saying all the shit he's saying. He's crazy as fuck. Old head that fucking has no idea what he's talking about. And again, probably a lobbyist, someone that's been taking fucking money from, you know, pharmaceutical companies, alcohol, tobacco, all that shit. They're all fighting hard because they're afraid of marijuana. That means their profits may decrease. And people, you know,
and I don't understand that way of thinking. Like, people are still going to want to drink. You know, just because they're smoking weed doesn't mean they're not going to still, when they go out to dinner, want to have a fucking glass of wine or have a beer while you're out drinking. And then the cigarette company, like the tobacco industry, people aren't going to stop smoking cigarettes because their fucking weed's legal. It's like, I don't get that they're like,
if you're hooked on cigarettes. You're hooked on cigarettes. You know, it's like you're not gonna stop smoking cigarettes and smoke weed. That don't really make much sense. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it.
But the one thing that I can see where someone would be, fuck, it's gonna fuck with us, is the pharmaceutical industry. Because if you can smoke, if I can take this one, you know, if I can eat a, you know, an edible, and it'll take care of upset stomach, you know, headaches, anxiety, you know, I can't sleep, or I'm not hungry. And it takes care of, you know, 15 different ailments in one thing. I can see why the pharmaceutical industry would be like, nope, can't have that. We have to have a fucking drug for each specific ailment. So we can't have this one drug that can come in and take care of all of that. There goes a bunch of our profit. So I can understand why them going after it. But it's just so sick to say, like, you care about people and you want to make sure people are.
You definitely do not care about the people or the betterment. And like you're saying though too, if you can grow a plant in your backyard that, well, see a Midol, see a Tylenol, see a fucking, you know, you start dropping all these things that you know, these symptoms of headaches and cramps and upset stomach and nausea and shit. It's like, oh shit, you're gonna put a lot of fucking companies out of business. You're gonna fucking, you know, shit, dude. Why would you continue to take something and it's like, oh, well, when I smoke weed, you know, it's not the best thing for my lungs, or if I eat an edible, you know, it may have a little bit of an effect on my liver, but it's not going to have the same effect that Tylenol has on your liver, or pseudoephedrine, or Tylenol, I believe, actually. Is Tylenol pseudoephedrine? I'm trying to think.
Acetaminophen.
Yeah. And, acetaminophen is fucking terrible. It destroys your liver. I mean, if you're using it continuously, daily, you're in big trouble, man. You do that for a couple years, especially if you drink on top of that. You're fucking. The pharmacist told me every day when I used to work there that is so bad. But the thing that they do is a lot of doctors push ibuprofen. The thing about ibuprofen is an alternative, but it's not very good for your kidneys. So if you eat ibuprofen every day, like some people do for pain and joint pain and stuff like that fucking tears up your kidneys, man. That can fucking destroy your kidneys. People don't know that. So either way, you're fucked. So if you think of the damage that those medicines are doing to your insides, I would guarantee that marijuana or edibles, THC, whatever, CBD oil, I would guarantee that stuff's not doing the same stuff to your insides and your health. I would guarantee. I'm not a doctor. You heard it here. I don't have a fucking PhD. I'm not a fucking super smart guy, but you know, what the fuck? I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. What do you think about the Dakota Access Pipeline? I think I'm gonna have Meg on here again pretty soon. She was just back out there doing it up, man. Fucking screaming and telling these motherfuckers get bent. What do you think about all that, though?
I mean, that whole thing is so sick to me. Like, if just one, they say where you want to put that pipeline through, that's a sacred burial ground. If the fucking shoe was on the other foot and some asshole, you know, oil company came to Bellevue and said, "Hey, we want to run an oil pipeline right through the middle of your cemetery," everyone would tell them to get fucked. You're not gonna fucking do that here. So just that part alone should be a reason enough for them to say, nope, we can't put it through here. It's going through their sacred burial grounds. We can't do it. Like that alone should be the end of it. That's it.
I agree. You see, I read some stuff, and again, I read some stuff that again, everything is so biased, and it's hard to go one way or the other. So you got to kind of keep an open mind. But a thing that I was reading was saying like that they're not actually the land that they're using isn't even part of the reservation. That they're going through a different part of land. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but that the Native American people are saying, it's close enough. But I don't know if it is burial ground, then that's a whole totally different fucking story. I don't know. But it just seemed like, and again, you're gonna have people on that side saying, no, man, these oil people, and they tell you whatever they fucking need to tell you to get that fucking shit in the ground, get it pumping, because that's fucking, when it's pumping, that's the dollar bills. Again, goes right back to money,
Well, what's the city that, was it Bismarck? The city that's real close to Standing Rock and said, nope, we don't want it coming anywhere near our city. We don't want it coming anywhere near our town, our water supply.
Yeah.
So what?
So, but they can do it to them. Yeah, they can do it to somebody else's community in town, but they can't, and they want to say that they don't ruin water supplies. Bullshit. Fracking has definitely ruined fucking people's waters. It's destroyed farms. It's fucking, absolutely.
What's going on there? They're not fracking there. They just want to, they want to run a pipeline through. But
there's still leak. They still.
Yes.
I mean, how many? And they just look at the ones that are in Georgia right now. Just while they're doing this, I think in the last 2 months they've had 2 leaks. One was an explosion. There was an explosion. There was a gas pipeline that had an explosion in it, and I think there's an oil pipeline that had a leak in it. So these things are mechanical. They do fail. They are gonna, shit is gonna leak every once in a while, but. It's like, who is it affecting? Is it out in the middle of nowhere, or is it fucking, next to somebody's water supply? That's a big difference, but I don't know. It just, to me, that's the thing is, I think, especially on Thanksgiving, it's a good time to talk about it. We've done a lot of fucking negative shit to the fucking Native American people, and now we gave them these little small parts of land. It's like we really fucked them real good. We annihilated most of them, and we took chunks of land that we fucking thought were pieces of shit land, and we said, you can have this. This is for you guys. You can build your casinos, you can do whatever you want on this land, but this is yours. So my thing is, if they're taking this pipeline and they're running it through that land that we told them is theirs, and this belongs to you, and we won't fuck with you, then we're in the fucking wrong. And I shouldn't say we're, because I have nothing to do with no fucking pipeline, but you're fucking wrong, it's a big fuck, dude. Oh god, that shit's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, I just don't get it. If they don't want it there, then don't put it there. We literally killed almost all of them, like a fucking Native American genocide, and then our reparations to them is like, okay, we'll give you these little spots. Just leave them alone. If they don't want it there, figure something else out. You're a fucking oil company. You got tons of fucking money. Figure out. You may have to fucking bite the bullet and spend some more money to get it to run because it's not the direct route that you need. Well, fucking do it, man. You'll make enough money as it is. And then I hear people like, well, that pipeline will bring oil to us, and the needs of many should outweigh the needs of a few. Yeah, they probably should, but not when it comes to Native Americans. Not when all the stuff that we've done to them since we came here, all the nasty shit that we did to them. We when we first moved here, or like when they first came here, one of the things that they would do to Native Americans, like, here, we're going to give you these blankets that were fucking infected with smallpox. Like, how fucking shitty of people were we that they think you're doing this nice thing for them and giving them blankets, and they got fucking smallpox, and they just eradicate a whole fucking tribe, kill them all because they have no immune system to that. It's like, how fucked up were they that they're willing to do this shit, and we want now we want to put a fucking pipeline through anywhere near them. Leave them alone. I just don't get it. Just leave them alone. Figure something else out.
Yeah, that's one of the evil things that we did. We
just
did
one.
So much fucking terrible shit to them. Killing children,
killing the buffalo, so they don't have anything to eat. Like, just leave them alone. You know what I mean? Just move on. Find another spot to put your pipeline. And just that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be done with it. All this shit goes away because now now the mainstream media is finally starting to cover it a little bit.
Well, it's that's flown way under the radar.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It just now. The one day I went into work and I was talking to my boss and I was talking about it, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "The fact that you don't know what I'm talking about is so fucked up." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, I told him to go on the internet and research, and he starts reading about it. He's like, that's so insane to me that I watch the news every single night. I read the newspaper every day, and I have not seen a fucking word about it. I'm like, yeah, you know why? Because our government's involved in it, and that's money that they want that's got to be coming in. Are all fucking money hungry, grubby, just grub pieces of shit. Like, it's so sick.
It is sick, but yeah, they are starting to cover it a little more, but they're still not doing it justice.
No.
And I seen this one article I had from, and this is something I'll have to talk to Megan more about, but this is from The Guardian, which I believe The Guardian is it's a UK. London. Yeah, I think it's a London. And just the other night, I guess, I don't know if it was last weekend, where they had a standoff on a bridge and a bunch of people got hurt. They
blew out chick's arm off.
Yeah, I don't know if they blew it off, but they fucking shot projectile at her and it broke. It fucked her arm. She's gonna lose her arm. Yeah, they shattered her arm in multiple places, and they said that Sophia Wilansky, 21, was seriously injured after being hit by projectile. When officers threw less than lethal weapons at demonstrators.
They were shooting concussion grenades at them.
Yep, and it blew her. And it says 21-year-old was severely injured, may lose her arm after being hit by projectile from North Dakota law enforcement. Officers turned the water cannons on Dakota Access Pipeline protesters and threw less than lethal weapons at them. But that's another thing is, dude, it's fucking out there at nighttime. You're getting
it's like negatives.
Yeah,
negative degrees out.
Like 5 degrees, -5 degrees, -10 degrees, and they're fucking blasting them with fucking water cannons. Like, I mean, enough. You do what you want to do. You want to throw gas and do whatever you want to do, but you could kill somebody, and it's like because they're protesting. So I don't know. It's just I'm really caught with, especially with all these fucking fucktards that are going into the streets and shit. I'm really on the fence about protesting. I feel like it's your right, but I also feel like, it really depends on what you're protesting.
Here, sorry to cut you off. I'll say something. I'll say that about the protesting. What's being protested out in North Dakota, they're not harming anybody. They're not stopping people from they're not stopping medical emergency people from getting to places. They're not causing trouble to anybody else. These fucks that are doing that stuff in major cities are blocking police, and they're blocking ambulances, and they're blocking fire trucks from doing their jobs. Yep. So, I have no sympathy for you there, because you're being fucked. You're being pieces of shit, and you're harming people in the process of not, of doing your shitty protests in the street because you're crying because you're fucking piece of shit scumbag didn't get elected. Like, get over it, man. You're the same people for the last 8 years have been telling Republicans or people that didn't like Obama to get over it. But now, since it's your candidate, now you want to cry like a little bitch about it. So it's like, get out of the fucking way. You know what I mean? Just stop being assholes. Get out of the fucking way. Now with what other fucked up shit with the stuff in North Dakota is that Morton County, the county sheriff that's there, is posting shit on Facebook that they're not spraying people with water cannons when you can clearly see the drone footage.
There's tons of video of them.
Videos of them just fucking splashing, just blasting the fuck out of people with water. And then today I saw that they posted that the chick that got her arm, that got fucked up or whatever, that it wasn't them, that it was a propane tank that blew up, and that's what happened. Then that's what fucked her arm up. That it wasn't them. Like, why? Why was there a fucking propane tank up on the bridge?
Yeah, what?
What were they? Well, they were heating stuff. How do you think people are that fucking stupid that they can't see that you fucking were shooting? That we watched the video and see you shooting fucking concussion grenades at them. That you directly hit the chick and it hit her in the arm and blew up on her arm. Like, people are not like. Why do you think we're so stupid? That we would just fucking believe the horseshit that you put on your Facebook page, like that's where I see that, and how stupid are we as a people that there's actually people out there who believe that, oh, that makes sense that there was a propane tank up and that's what fucked her arm up. When you can clearly go watch a video of them shooting those grenades into fucking giant groups of people.
Crowds, yeah. It's like, it's going to hit somebody. Somebody's going to get fucked up from that. You know, there's so much fucking force. When you're blowing it, it's pretty much a fucking, grenade launcher. You're shooting at someone. It's fucking a metal cylinder. Yeah, that's fucking...
It's not like a smoke grenade where you throw smoke and it, you pull a pin off and something just starts to leak out of it. It's an actual concussion. Like there's an explosion.
Yeah, there's going to be. Yeah. That's probably why her arm's fucked up. It's probably she ate a bunch of shrapnel and fucking exploded in her arm.
And this is just people protesting. That's what I don't get. Like they're not. Yeah. They're not causing harm to anybody. They're protesting. Why aren't they doing the same shit to people in the streets? That are protesting that are protesting Trump being president. Like, why aren't they shooting him with fucking concussion grenades and beating the fuck out of him with batons and all the fucking shooting him in the face with rubber pellets? Why isn't that shit going on?
Because they're not slowing down the fucking pipeline. They're not slowing down the oil. That's why. Oil is fucking money. And it seems like that's not going to get any better. Anytime soon if we're going to stay reliant. When we have people like Elon Musk right now that are making solar tile roofing panels. You won't have shingles anymore. You have solar tiles. And they're having fucking... he's got that generator, that electric generator or whatever that mounts on your wall and can power your whole house. These are the kinds of things that... Why would we continue to use fucking fossil fuels? I mean, the name for them is fossil fuels because they're fucking fossils. That means that we're in 2016. We need to move on.
Well, here's the thing with that, with the oil stuff. I read a bunch of stuff, about back in the day when was it Rockefellers? Yeah, that control all the that were the ones that controlling all the oil back in the day. That they specifically coined that term fossil fuel to make it sound like gas was a resource that was going to run out. In all actuality, if you go listen to read leading scientists and stuff about it, that there's so much oil under the ground, that we'll never be able to run it out. That it's all propaganda by the oil companies to make so that they can justify charging this obscene amount of money for a fucking gallon of gas when it will never run out.
Makes sense.
So it's like
kind of strikes fear into people. It's like, oh, it's fossil. We're going to run out of it.
Yeah, and it's not. I just read the other day they found a fucking. They said that would equal out to be $1 trillion worth of oil underneath Texas.
I saw that too. It's like, how did you guys not know about that? Fucking, all this other shit. You guys don't know about fucking what we got underneath our own fucking country, but you know about all the shit in the fucking Middle East.
So it's like I don't believe for a second that it's gonna run out. And I understand if you want, because it's not clean. It does fuck with the environment. If you want to find cleaner alternatives, I'm all for that. But you're never going to get rid of oil because I want to drive to work. I have to get around, and if there's not I don't make enough money to where I can be where I can afford the alternative energy. So if Elon Musk does what he says he's going to do and tries to make those. The Teslas that he wants to do for under $30,000, I'll sure as fuck when I buy a car, that'll be the car that I buy if he can get it to that. But I can't afford a $60,000 car. You know what I mean? It's not feasible yet. When it gets there, everyone will jump on board with it because why wouldn't you? It's not feasible. It's only the people who are rich can afford to be truly green. You know what I mean? That's what's fucked up about it. Is you want all these,
and it's even eating right. It's more expensive.
Yeah, it's more expensive.
If you want to live that life, that's not the cheap life, dude. That's not. If you want to be, more living off the land and being more health conscious and stuff, it's not the cheapest way to go. Absolutely not. No. So and they make it that way.
Yeah.
You have to rely on them to keep the fucking, keep the wheel turning, keep the fucking, everybody keep the gears grinding, you know?
Fucking savage dog.
Fucking, oh my god, dude, I'll break this fucking dog's neck right here live on the internet. I swear to God, I'll fucking do it. Motherfuckers tested me, dude. What about, you see these fucking kids, the fucking, this backpack game? Did you see this shit I posted? See it? These fucking kids, man. It's like the fucking, you see the shit, the knockout game, they go and just knock out random people and fucking.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I've seen that, yeah.
Fucked up, man. Especially the people that they hit, man. It's like, come on. Dude, like homeless people and shit like that. That shit's so fucked up. But anyways, there's some new game now that they all take their book bags full of fucking, you know, as big as your book bags used to be, just full of fucking books and shit, and they'll do like a gauntlet where a kid will fucking run through the gauntlet and they just fucking peg him with their fucking book bags, try to knock him out, and he tries to get through it. Dude, there's videos. I can't believe it's on the RowdCAST somewhere. I wish I could find it for you. It's been a couple days, but it's ridiculous. You just see these kids getting fucked up, man, trying to run through and just fucking. Some of them get some good shots, dude.
Like willingly running through. Like I'm just gonna run through them.
Yeah, like they'll start. Yeah, it's like a gauntlet. They'll start and be like, "Okay, go," and the fucking kid takes off running. And they'll just chuck their book bags, dude. And just fuck these kids up, man. It's just kids today, though. It's Jesus Christ, man. They're snorting pixie sticks, and what was the other shit they were doing? Weren't they eating, or they're eating fucking hand sanitizer? They were
what?
Saying that, I guess, yeah, that was like a trend for a while. They're eating hand sanitizer like Germax, and because they say it would fuck you up. I'm sure that's not good for your insides.
No,
might as well smoke meth.
Fucking idiots!
Like what the fuck, dude? Yeah, I seen that. If you guys have the RowdCAST page, go check it out. There's a video of it. Talks about the backpack game, but I don't fucking know, man. I have no fucking idea. It's insane. What did you think about Kanye's meltdown? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know to believe it. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's just doing this for publicity. Like,
he's the king. He's the king. He knows what sells, and he knows what. I give him that. He is. I mean, he knows what to say. He knows how to sell records. It's fucking for real. I think him as a artist, I respect his shit big time. You know, I think that he's I think he's talented as fuck. I really do. But I think him as a person, when he opens his mouth, I can't stand him. I think he's. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Maybe I'll find it. But yeah. Go ahead. While I'm looking for this.
I love him as an artist, man. I love his. It's like it's just so fucking. It sucks that he's that. You know that usually that's what happens. Someone that's that musically talented, and someone that's that, you know, that good at something like that is they're usually weird or eccentric or have some. You know, he's just a fucking asshole. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing is, and that's what it goes back to. Is like his persona or his reality. Does he really believe that, or does he just say that shit to fucking?
No,
like him and Jay-Z did all that shit about like the Illuminati and shit. They put all that shit in their videos and stuff. It had fucking people going crazy. It had me going crazy. These motherfuckers, fucking devil worshippers. What the fuck are they doing? You know, and it gets people talking. And the Beatles did the same kind of shit. The Beatles did the exact same shit. They had all this stuff about Paul is dead and he's walking with no shoes on in this album, and all these people are fucking, you know, these conspiracy freaks are freaking out. But that's smart. You fucking you sell that shit, dude. You fucking get people talking, because then even when the music's off, they're still talking about you. And that's what you're trying to do, you know. But I think possibly that, I mean, it seems that he may have like something mental. I don't know.
Yeah,
like because it's just, and then I think a lot of shit. There's a lot of stress with that shit with Kim Kardashian. Like, was that real? She got robbed for all that jewelry and stuff. It's like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Is it real? Was that all real shit, or like is it, like you said, is it publicity or what? You know,
he's pushing it now. You know what I mean? Like people.
Well, but I mean, they came out and said that his doctor told him that they checked himself into a hospital. So it's like, again, though, is that real or is that just what they're telling people?
Well, yesterday I'm on Facebook and I see Alex Jones pops up that says the fucking government kidnapped him.
Jesus. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Can you hear that at all? It's kind of muffled, ain't it?
Yeah, I couldn't really hear it. It's just it sounds muffled.
I know it's a lot of real niggas working at radio. Real people. Real program directors with wives and kids that love music, that can't play what they want to play because they've been paid to play that bullshit over and over and over. And when I say that bullshit, you know who the greatest of all of us? Who do y'all think? Nope. Kid motherfucking Cudi.
Yeah.
Radio, fuck you. Oh yeah, I'm on my Trump shit tonight.
I like me some Kid Cudi.
Fuck yeah.
He's got a lot of points, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't really... But, I don't know. This thing goes on for fucking 10 minutes, so I'm not going to listen to the whole fucking thing. But, I mean, he definitely... I mean, the shit he's saying there is fucking... But I heard he ranted about Jay-Z and Beyonce and shit. I don't know what... Do you know what he said there?
Yeah, he said that he said that he was afraid Jay-Z was going to kill him.
Jay-Z was going to kill him?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I show you how powerful Jay-Z is. That motherfucker's scared, you know? Do you think... But that's the thing, is he really crazy, or is he... That shit that he was just saying right there that we just listened to, that's real shit, dude. They are paid. You know, I know that from my cousin. Sure. My cousin's in the music industry, dude. They're paid to spin a record. That many... They have to spin it so many times in a day, so many times in a week, so many times in a month. They have to. They're in contracts with Sony Music, BMG Music, you know? Those motherfuckers are... You talk about big pharma and shit. Fucking the music companies, record companies, same shit, dude. They'll fucking... They say how things go. If they want you to like a fucking song, they'll make you like a fucking song, you know?
Yeah.
And it should be more... The radio is for the people. We should decide what we want to play and how many times it plays, you know?
Well, the radio should be fucking gone, obsolete. I mean, because
I agree. And it will be soon. It's very, very... There's not much left, you know?
Literally the only time I listen to the radio is in the morning when I'm driving to work to listen to Bob and Tom. That's the only time I listen to the radio. The rest of the time I will stream something on my phone in the car, and I'll never fucking listen to the radio ever. For anything. fuck the radio, because exactly what he's saying. They play the same bullshit over and over. There's tons of stupid fucking commercials that I have to listen to. It's an just like fucking paper. You know, the newspapers going away, all magazines are going away. That shit's obsolete. It's just a fucking waste.
Yeah, why would you continue to listen to the radio when you can anything you want to listen? You want to listen to RowdCAST? Hey, fucking put it in, plug it on, turn it on whenever you want. You can pause it when you want. You can turn it, resume it when you want. In the radio you couldn't do that. You have to be in the. And there's a radio show that I really like, Dave and Chuck the Freak. Fucking love it. I always give them a shout out. They're out of Detroit or something, and it's great. I mean, the shit's fucking hilarious. They have me rolling, but it's radio. But the thing is it's so shitty that everywhere you drive in Ohio, you can barely get it. It's fuzzy and shit. So yeah, I put it on my iHeartRadio app. I load it on there. And I have no fuzz. So pretty soon these radio waves and shit, those are going to be extinct. Those are dinosaurs. Those got to go. But yeah, nowadays, and then same thing with media on our TVs and shit too. They're all getting hip to this Netflix shit. They're all going to have their own apps. There is not going to be a TV service anymore. You're either going to have your Apple TV, your Roku, whatever you got, your little device, and you'll load your apps on there, and that's all you're going to need. You're not going to need to pay $160 a month for cable. Because why do I pay? I watch 4 channels, but I get 700 channels. And I pay $160 a month for that and internet. It's like, how about I just get internet and then pay my $10 for Netflix, my $10 for ESPN, $10 for CBS, whatever. I mean, that's where it's got to be going.
Yeah, it's just all the internet and it's all changing all of it, and that's why I think that our the way our back to the way our government is installed and the way we vote and shit, that's got to be changed, because when they fucking when they put these laws into effect, if I wanted to fucking communicate with somebody across the world, I had to have or across the United States, I had some asshole ride a fucking horse,
or
a
15 carrier pigeon or something.
15-day, 20-day journey to get something across the country. When now I can instantaneously talk to somebody in China or Russia. All that stuff needs to change with the times, and it's not changing because our parents' generation and the generation above them are so stuck in their ass backwards ways that they don't want to change anything. Like with taxes, why do we accept that? Why do we accept that you're just every month I get every paycheck I get a third of my paycheck gone because of taxes?
Big chunk.
Why do we accept that?
I don't know.
It's
stealing. There's a lot of people out there that say that. Yeah, that's theft.
It's stealing.
You don't have to pay. There's a lot of people out there that say you don't have to pay your taxes.
And show me where it's going at least. Then, statewide, you can get on the state government and you can kind of see where tax money is going to. But federally, I can't. For all I know, that money is going into someone's fucking back pocket through some way or another, through some fucking back channel deal or some bullshit that they cut with somebody. It's going into their pocket, and that's Trump's not going to change that either. You know what I mean? So it's like everyone's like, well, he's a conservative and this and that. He may cut tax breaks, and that's he may give people tax breaks, but I'm still paying taxes. They're still stealing money from me. So it's like nothing's gonna change really.
It doesn't seem that way.
We need a major change. We need what is it, 1774 type of change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and speaking of that, there are a lot of people are saying that everything's kind of lining up. Dude, our economy's looking great right now. It's at a high rise. He's just about to take over, and that everything's lining up for a crash. Markets. Did you watch that?
Yeah. What the fuck was that, dude?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a second. So I just sent him a video of something that I found, and it's a man laying on his back, and a woman leans over top of him. He's got his mouth open, his tongue hanging out, and she fucking blows a snot rocket on his face into his mouth, like kind of blows it into his mouth, tries to aim into his mouth, and he swallows, and she kind of takes her finger and flings it off into his mouth, and he swallows it and eats it. And that's some kind of fetish. That's the thing. That's the motherfuckers on the internet, man. There's a fetish, I'm sure, that like snot rockets blown into their fucking mouth. It's disgusting. That is so fucking. Isn't that gross?
Well,
that is
dude,
fucking.
The other thing that's so nasty, like it's always dudes. You know what I mean? It's always some
dude. They're the ones that they want women to fucking fart on their face or fucking dude. Put their dirty ass feet all over their fucking face.
Smelly socks and shit. They want toenail clippings and shit. Like it's only guys that want that fucking nasty shit. Like, what's wrong with men, dude? Like, why do I want some girl to piss in piss on a fucking washcloth
or
and
take
send
a
it
shit on my chest or something? You know, it's like, dude, I'm not into that shit at all. Like, dude, no, I'm not. A girl is never blowing a snot rocket in my fucking mouth.
No.
That is never gonna ever happen. He's probably jerking off while she's doing it too. He probably loves it, dude. He's all about it. They're fucked up, man. Real fucked up. Yeah. Yep, that's what the shit. You know, that's why the RowdCAST is here. That's the kind of shit that I find out there. So this one's a good one. Let's see if this has a video with it. Maybe I can show it to you. But this gives Ohio. This is in Beaver Township. I believe that's down by you, ain't it? Isn't Beaver Township, Ohio? Isn't that Cincinnati area?
I don't know.
I thought it was. I don't look like this video is playing. Anyway, given Ohio a great name. It says officers said they found Crystal D. Holtzel, 36 of Claresville, advertising her services on. Oh, this is Youngstown. Youngstownbackpage.com. She told the undercover cop she would provide sex act for $60 and some nachos. According to the police report, Holzer met the undercover police officer at a parking lot of Los Galos Mexican restaurant on November 14th, police said. She again told him what she would do and asked if he had the money and the nachos. She was arrested. She really wanted the nachos. She was arrested and charged with solicitation and criminal tools. The man who drove her to the restaurant was also arrested. Both were taken to Mahoning County Jail. Beaver Township is located 10 miles south of Youngstown. But there was a story we had, like, I want to say a month or so ago where I think it was Toledo area around here, where a woman, same thing on back pages, and said she wanted some money and a Whopper. Like, fucking, these girls know what they're doing, dude. They know how to work the system. Fucking, get some food, little sloppy BJ in the Mexican parking lot, and get your fucking nachos and your own.
Right back to why is that illegal? I mean, the government it's so fucked up that I can go out to the bar.
I agree with you.
Spend a bunch of money on some chick, take her home and fuck her, and that's okay. But the minute I say, "Hey, you want to go? I'll give you $100 to suck my dick," then it's illegal. Like,
it don't make sense, does it? It don't
because they're not getting a piece of it. That's exactly why.
Yeah, if they ever legalized prostitution, there would be a tax. There would be a commission. Yeah. They'd scrape some out of it. That's right.
Well, that's the other thing it's about is like with the prostitution thing, people are going to do it regardless. So why not just legalize it, nationwide? You set up certain fucking houses like they do in Las Vegas or like they do in Nevada, to where everyone's got to be tested. There's all kinds of shit that's there's all stuff. Everything's on the up and up. You know what I mean? And then you're making money off of it. Then you can tax it. So, you know what I mean? It would be a flourishing industry, and it's not because our ass backward ways of people that are so afraid of sex. Our society, it's so weird that they're willing to show all this sex shit on TV, but don't do it in public. Don't do this. You can't pay for sex. Like, what the. Who the fuck are these people that are against that? Like, two consenting adults having sex and one paying one for the other. Like, why are you against that? Like, why do you give a fuck what somebody else is doing? I'll never understand that way of thinking.
I don't either, man. It's just, if you could, some of the shit that's allowed legally in this country, and to say that you can't have sex with someone for money, it doesn't even make sense. If you, that's the thing, like a porno, if you're fucking on video, if we pay you to go on video and you're an actress, I use air quotes.
Yeah.
When I say that you're an actress, you get fucking railed. And that's okay. That's okay. But if you if you go out and that's all you're looking for, you put on the internet an ad to fucking blow somebody for $60 or whatever and some nachos, you're fucking, they set you up and sting you. It's like, really, you don't have anything better to do than fucking get this nasty ass bitch that fucking wants to suck some dick and get some nachos? Like, you got nothing better. You're telling me in Youngstown, you got nothing better. Like, that's crazy. All the heroin that's going on and all that kind of shit, you know?
That's where all our tax dollars going right there to fight a chick from getting nachos for a blowjob. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Your audio was kind of acting funky there. It was kind of echoing for a second.
Oh, my bad.
That's good. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to me, though. That's the country that we live in, though. The things that we care about and the things that we don't care about, and we let slide through the cracks, and we just say, fuck it. You know, it's America. It's the great U.S. of A. I love our country. I love it. There's just a lot of fucked up shit here, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. It could be so much better. I mean, it's already the best place to live, but it could be so much better if you just got rid of. There's too many dummies. That's what it is. There's too many stupid fucking people that are in high positions. You know what I mean? It's just.
Well, with the internet too, you can take shit. You can take fucking something that's not even. Has no factual anything, nothing to back it up, no evidence, no nothing, and you could spread it, and people don't read it. We've proven it. I'm guilty of it. You don't read the fucking article. You just read the headline. You say, "Oh yeah, that sounds good. Okay, I'm going to share that." I've done this on the RowdCAST multiple times, and I look into the story, or somebody tells me later, they're like, "Dude," they're like, "Fucking."
That's not real.
Your shit's so fucked up. Yeah, you're like, yeah, dude. You know that's completely wrong. Let me show you something and why that's wrong. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, what a fucking sheep. What a little piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's
it just happened recently with this fucking Standing Rock shit. They're floating a picture around and said this is Standing Rock and it's fucking
Woodstock. Yeah, I bit that too at first, and someone told me, they're like, hey, dude, that's not they're at it all. It's definitely Woodstock from 1970s. Like,
well, I looked at it.
Okay.
And immediately looked at it and said, look, that's the shittiest fucking picture I've ever seen. That's nowhere. There's no way that was taken now. That's such a shitty looking picture. What would they take that with? A fucking, you know what I mean?
They didn't have drones back then. It was like a fucking Polaroid.
Yeah, a 1960s camera. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it was, you dummies.
Oh Jesus, it is. It's ridiculous. Look, before I had to bring this one up. This one's pretty fucking freaky. This one is for the creep of the week. You gotta have the good old creep of the week. Headline on this: Texas woman faked pregnancy for months before killing Kansas mother and taking her baby. And I read there's a story like this a couple of years ago where something happened where there was a woman looking for baby clothes, and she met this woman that was selling baby clothes on Craigslist, went there, and the woman fucking cut her baby out, killed her baby, but she survived. Well, this one in Texas is fucked up, man. It's real bad. A woman from Texas who allegedly killed a mother and kidnapped her 6-year-old baby had faked her own pregnancy for several months. I think that's how she communicated with her, was saying I don't know if they met in some kind of group or something for new moms, and she was talking to her, and it says they were both Mexican, which I don't know if that means anything, but I'm racist, so. Laura Barca Nogada was discovered by her boyfriend, shot dead in her apartment in Wichita, Kansas, and her newborn baby was missing. Authorities, including local police and FBI, began search for the 6-day-old Sofia Gonzalez. The girl has been reunited with her family after being discovered in a Dallas home that was raided by police at 4 a.m. they said they got a tip that 27-year-old victim had fled to the city with the baby. Yeah, she just showed up at her house somehow. I don't know how she would get in, and fucking shot her and took her baby and fucking dipped out. It's like, what the fuck, man? The people that are out there, man. That's what I always say. Is like these scared, people are scared of fucking Bigfoot and scared of fucking ghosts and demons and shit. Dude, I'm fucking scared of people like that. I'm scared of fucking people on the internet fucking hunt you, take you out and fucking hunt you with a rifle or something, or cut your baby out of you and shit like that. I mean, these people are real, dude. There's fucking people out there they plot all day about some kind of heinous, crazy ass shit they're gonna do, and then they fucking fall through with it. And those are the people that you need to be scared of, especially if you got kids these days. Yeah, I just talked about this dude a little bit, I think on the last episode or a couple episodes ago, that they've tied him to like 7 murders. They found this chick out in the middle of nowhere in this property, caged in a dog cage with a collar around her neck. And
Jesus.
Killed her boyfriend. He shot her boyfriend in the head right in front of her and fucking kept her. He was feeding her like dog food in this fucking kennel. And they busted him, and they found like 4 or 5 other bodies, I think, on the property. And he's just been killing all kinds of people and taking them out to this land that he owned and chaining them up or killing them and throwing their bodies out there. It's like, shit's scary as fuck, man. That shit scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. That's just... people are just fucked up, man. That's another thing that's wrong with our country, is that we don't have mental illness institutions anymore.
No, not at all.
As fucked up as those were back in the days, you can't have our jails being all, the only place where people who are mentally ill like that get help. There needs to be psychiatric hospitals, man. There needs to be more than 3 or 4. There needs to be a bunch, because there's a lot of people who criminally, or their criminal behavior stuff is being masked by the fact that they have serious mental issues. It's like, why can't we this is such a rich country. Why can't we figure a way out to help all these people that are, homeless people a lot of them are mentally ill.
Absolutely. Did you see that there was something I seen not too long ago that some old hotel, I think in LA, they're going to fix up and make it for homeless veterans and stuff. And that's pretty awesome. And that's the kind of shit we need, because out in LA and shit like Skid Row, there's like blocks and blocks and blocks of homeless people. Yeah, we don't, and you don't ever hear about it. Nobody ever talks about it. Fucking, there's a documentary I watched. I think it used to be on Netflix, but it was all about that, about Skid Row and just it's like how you don't hear it. And that's what they said is 80% of them have mental illnesses, and it's just that they're not bad enough that a psychiatric hospital won't accept them, so they're homeless. So they're just stuck out in the fucking streets, man, and they can't work, they can't fucking do anything, and nobody helps them. Nobody does a fucking thing. Do they just leave them there?
Or they end up in jail, and then the jail has to deal with them. The jail's not equipped to deal with that. So it's like... Then I was just seeing the other day, I forget what podcast I was listening. I think it was The Fighter and the Kid. They were talking about the number one...
Great podcast.
Yeah.
Fighter and the Kid is excellent.
Yeah, the number one... place for mental illness being housed in Los Angeles was the LA County Jail.
Really?
They said that they have more people there that are like they have the biggest mental illness care facility in California, is in the fucking LA County Jail. Wow. That's so fucked up that's where,
because and taxpayers are paying for that. We're paying to house those people in jail.
Yeah.
There's not a better way.
Yeah, there is a better way. Get them out of jail and put them in. If my tax dollars have to pay for something, let's not have them be fucked up in jail and some shitty existence. Let's put them in an actual mental facility where they can get help. Somebody will help them.
Well, and it goes the same. Yeah, and it goes the same thing for
drug addicts.
Yeah, for drug addicts too. That's the thing. I think things are starting to change a little bit, but there's still again that old way of thinking that, okay, shove them in a fucking cage and fucking that'll make it go away. No, you can shove them in a cage for a long fucking time. If you don't rehabilitate those people at all, they're going to come out and they're going to do the exact fucking same thing as soon as they can get their hands on it. It's real.
There's a fucking, there's money being made in that too. So it's also like,
Oh, yeah,
how hard
private prisons?
That's disgusting. That's so sick that that's allowed. That they're allowed to have, that there's a fucking industry out there where there's private prisons that aren't controlled by the state. Like, so there's an incentive for that group to make sure that there's people being arrested and being brought into their prison. Like, that's so sick.
Oh yeah, and that's a lot of those guys are the big advocates against marijuana too.
Yeah.
Because that's how they can fill, big weed charges. They can fill not even just prisons, but jails and everything. These guards, they don't want that to go away because that's how they're filling. That's how they're making money, keeping that fucking place full. That's just thousands of dollars that for each person that we're housing in a prison, where thousands of dollars are going into that. It's a business, just like war is a business. Prison is a business. It's amazing. It's amazing, but this is the country. I mean, that's the thing is, with the internet now, though, you have people are a little more awoke or have woken up a little more to things.
Woke as fuck.
Yeah, woke as fuck. Mitch would tell you. I find it hard to say. I've changed my fucking views a lot, in the last couple of years. Because I used to be all guns ablazing, all these conspiracies and all that crazy shit, And like nowadays, I just don't buy it, dude. I just don't bite on the bullshit, like the chemtrails and to me, it just does not make sense that someone would get in a plane every day and spray chemicals over their family and loved ones, and it's going to kill them. And it's like, if it is going on, give me one indication, that they're spraying chemicals on us and stuff. Give me, are people dying at an alarming rate, or is anything, what's the evidence of that?
Well, my thing is with that is how are the, like the elites or the people who are planning this shit out, how are they not affected by it? Like, do they have some magical drug that they're taking that renders the stuff that they're spraying in the air useless to them?
Yeah.
So, like when the chemtrail stuff, I don't. It's just that's a fringe conspiracy thing. But what I really do believe, I believe that they're probably because they're spraying stuff in the air because they do it they do it in Dubai. They cloud seed to make rain.
Yeah,
so like
it happens. Yeah.
I believe that they, like my thing is
they
you
can
read
alter
about
weather patterns and shit. Definitely, yeah definitely.
Read about HAARP and stuff like that. Like I think that if they are spraying stuff into the air, they're doing it to control the weather. They're doing it to fuck with, if they want, fuck with rain, fuck with the jet stream or fuck with certain stuff to do stuff, to see if they can control the weather so that somewhere down the road they find out, okay, well, we can do this and cause this, and they can start causing, use it as a weapon to cause
war,
damage.
like a weapon of war. But that also goes to the part. It's like if they're actually controlling the weather, or they control weather patterns or something like that. If people believe that to a T, I believe what you're saying. That they definitely can supersede clouds, and they can definitely make things rain when it shouldn't rain, and there's evidence of that. It's that's scientific fact. But as far as like these catastrophes, they just had a giant earthquake in Japan, and then like another tsunami. It wasn't nothing crazy like what they had before, but it's like if they really could, or this hurricane that they just had, if they really could change that, wouldn't they alter that so that wouldn't happen? Wouldn't they do something to, stop that from happening, or is that a side effect of using that kind of shit?
Yeah,
we fuck with poke the bear enough that the bear fucking reacts and fucking tears your arm off, and a bunch of people die. That shit happens. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
That's my thing with it is that they may not know. I can believe that they're doing that stuff, and they're just, they're doing tests to see what they can do, and if something, catastrophe happens because they're trying to figure out what they can and cannot do. I totally believe that our government is that shitty to people. They'd be like, all right, let's see what this happens. Let's see what this does when we do this. Well, I mean, why wouldn't you think they would do that?
You're right. You're right about that.
Countlessly proven that they don't give a shit about people.
Lives,
you know what I mean?
are a few lives for the greater good. Is doable.
So,
that's
like,
you're right about that. You are. Right
I don't know about controlling the. You know what I mean? That they made Katrina and all that stuff. I don't know about that, but I 100% believe that they're fucking with stuff to see what they can and can't do, and if a catastrophe happens afterwards, and they're like, "Oh, well, so be it." You know what I mean? That now we know what we're doing. So I mean, you just have to pick and choose. You know, to just don't believe everything you read, and that, you know what I mean. Be informed, and just I can't go. Like Mitch is so far. Like when I talk to him, he's so far with all that conspiracy stuff. It's like I couldn't live like that, even if it's all true.
I agree.
I couldn't live believing that all that stuff's constantly going on, that they're doing all this shit.
My thing always with that is, my thing into it is always that, maybe some of it is true, but you can't really believe that all that is. It's really every one of those are fucking real. Like you gotta step back for a second and say, I mean, yeah, there's dude. We know of the shady shit. We know of false flag attacks. We know of fucking some of the crazy shit our government's done, other governments have done around the world. Shit happens, dude. There are lies. There are things that are done. But if you think that every shooting that happens, every mass shooting that happens is, they'll say like a psyop or it's like, really? You don't believe that a crazy guy could just take a gun and shoot some people? Because it absolutely could happen. You got to be a realist about it. Like some of the shit definitely dig. Some of the shit it's like I just can't buy that every fucking time someone gets shot or a person with a gun that was made by the government. I don't believe that. I believe there's enough crazy fucking people out there that have guns that it's not the gun's fault. It's the fucking psychopath that fucking wields it. So
well, that's the other thing is that when they with all the guns that are out there, how many guns are out in the United States, that if there really was a gun problem, you would see more mass shootings and more shit like that happening all the time because there's lots of fucking crazy people out there. So that we don't see that many mass shootings, and it shows you that there's not a gun problem. It's a fucking mental health problem. Definitely. The wrong person gets a hold of the gun and it just gets into their mind, I'm going to do this, you know what I mean? It takes a special kind of fucked up person to be able to go and just fucking shoot somebody that you don't know. Yeah. Just shoot them to kill them. There's something wrong.
Especially when it's not like disgruntled work employee or something. It's just a random act. Like, it definitely takes a special kind of fucked up because it always goes. It's a lot of times it goes back. Not always, but a lot of times it goes back to the loner or the person that wasn't very popular or was made fun of or bullied and shit. It's like they just want to engrave their name. They want that to be remembered. They want to be the news. They want to be on the local news. Like that's their only spot. They've never done anything worthwhile or anything worth a shit. They've been a fuck up and a piece of shit their whole life. They have nothing to show for it. So their last hurrah, they're like, hey, I'm a piece of shit. I don't want to live my life anymore. So what am I going to do? I'm going to kill a bunch of random people, and maybe they're going to put my name and my picture on the fucking news, and that's it. That's my fucking, that's my breaking story. That's a fucked up way to look at it, but I think that's what these people think. Again, that's a mental illness. That's something wrong in your brain that, that's what you're looking for. That's like a high for you, but you're just not going to be there to experience that high. Crazy, man.
Well, did you see that on the same kind of mental illness thing that the other day, that bus driver that crashed his bus and killed those kids?
Yeah, I had some stuff wrote down, but I didn't really say much about it. Yeah, I didn't know too much about the story. I just saw something before we went on the air that said that they quoted him. He told the kids that you all ready to die.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know if that's true or what. I mean, is it true? Did he?
Yeah, I did.
They said he was driving crazy. They said his speed was fucking. He was going like 80 miles an hour or something, or 60 miles an hour, like a 30 or something.
Yeah, he crashed the bus on purpose to try to kill the. Yeah, that's what they're saying happened. So it's like, now are you gonna ban? Do you want to try and ban buses? Yeah. It's like you don't ban the thing that killed the people. you try to figure out what happened. Like,
Yes.
you try to go after the person that did the killing, not the object that they used to kill with.
Well, that goes back to the medications and shit, dude. Some of these people are given these medications. Well, you have this fucking feeling. Well, eat this, and they become guinea pigs to fucking. Well, try this one out. Oh, you're acting even. You have homicidal thoughts. You want to kill a bunch of people. Okay, no, stop taking that one. Take this one now. Take this one, and it's like, they just fuck with their brains. Well, it's like taking a fucking circuit board and just fucking smashing it to bits and trying to wire it, and and it's all fucking ass backwards. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Scary.
Like how, I see the antidepressant stuff come across the TV, and like they're reading this, like listing off the side effects. How is one of the side effects if your suicidal thoughts become more increased? How is that a side effect? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, how are you releasing this to people that already are depressed and maybe suicidal, or that it may increase your suicidal thoughts? Like, what? Like, why? If one person had that, why is this fucking medicine out there? If one person got more, was wanted to kill themselves more after taking this, that should be no. Get it out of here. Can't have that. Like, scrap it. That's so crazy.
Yeah, let's troubleshoot with some more people. See what happens.
Human test patients.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I was saying about like that heart medication. I wish I knew the name of it. I want to say it's like Vioxx or some shit like that. But if it killed that many people, like, where the fuck? How did that slip through the cracks? And then you're gonna tell me marijuana is bad for me, or it's fucking a tier 1 drug? It's one of the worst. It's the most addictive and worst drugs that you can come in contact with. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I can take a fucking heart medication and it could kill me. Or take something that fucking scrambles my brain and I'm never right again. It's just fucking amazing, man. It's really fucking amazing, the shit that goes on. But again, I really think it comes down, the thing that we're talking about is like a few lives, even a couple thousand lives is just a couple thousand lives. You compare that to the amount of money that you're bringing in, fuck it, dude. People are gonna die. Shit's gonna happen.
That heart medication was called Vioxx.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, and I think it's off the market now.
Oh yeah,
they sell it anymore. That blood clots and fucking all kinds of crazy shit. But there's been all kinds of medications that things like that have happened. There was one for women. There was a fucking ring that they put in their pussy. It was
the NuvaRing.
Was it NuvaRing? I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure if NuvaRing was, but it's something like NuvaRing.
Yeah.
And that's it happened. There was multiple women that it gave them blood clots. It killed a bunch of young girls, dude, trying to use it for birth control, and they had to pull it. I think NuvaRing is like the new thing. I don't think that's made by the same people, but it was something just like it, and they had all kinds of fucking problems. I remember there was a fucking acne medicine that we used to sell. I can't remember what the fucking name of it was, but they started the state of Georgia started like a program that when it was an acne medicine, and when these girls went on this acne medicine, they had to come in and their parents had to be with them. They had to sign a waiver. Their parents had to sign a waiver. And what it was saying was like that it could destroy their reproductive organs and it could kill a fetus. Like if they were pregnant, it would pretty much kill the fetus. That this is something you're putting on your face for acne. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why don't you guys try again? Try something different, Like, well, this works. Well, it works, but fucking you could never have kids again. You could never, or never have a kid in your life, or fucking if you are pregnant, it could fucking ruin your pregnancy. It's like, you want to gamble with that? I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
If it's that big that the state of Georgia is making you sign a waiver to use it, like, I don't know about all that.
Well, what's fucked up with the FDA is that you can pay money and get on like they call it a fast track program, to where you can get the drug pushed out faster without as many testing, without as much testing going on, if you just pay enough money to get it put on this fast track program. Like, that's a real thing. You get on at FDA's website and read that you get into this. They approved it in like 1990 or some shit like that. That you can get on there and pay enough money and actually get your drug put onto this fast fast track program to where it gets out to market quicker, and they don't know all the side effects and they don't know everything that's going to happen.
That it gets under the radar faster, and people can start using it, and then they can come and say, whoa, hold on a second, we found all these problems, don't do it.
So I'm pretty sure that's how we got that Vioxx drug out there. They fast tracked it.
Wow.
And it's so fucked up that it's just all more money. Money. It's always all what it comes back to. This has how much money can we get?
Yeah,
more money.
Everything we've talked about is pretty much came back to money. And how much money does it make, and fuck everybody else because you're not making that money. I mean, really. There's one other thing that I want to talk about with you, and I don't know how you feel about a fucking alien and investigating the solar system and that kind of shit. Because truly, I mean, anymore, growing up, I was all in, man. I thought the aliens were out there. I thought they fucking visited me. I thought I was crazy. And, nowadays, it's just with all the evidence that we have and everybody's got camera phones and everything, and you just don't, the UFO and sightings and stuff, you think you would, if it was real, you would think you would see more, Yeah. I think you would hear more stuff and see more stuff, but this is something I was reading tonight that was on Observer website, and I believe Observer is a scientific magazine, but not positive. Could just be a website. But what they're talking about is this SETI. It's SETI, which is it's the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. It's the movie Contact. It was what Jodie Foster played. That's what she was. But what they're saying is they got some signal, I guess, like last March, that they heard, and they kept it like under wraps. They didn't tell anyone about it. They didn't tell NASA. Somebody in this Russia Academy heard this shit. And I'll read what it says about it. And I guess they're like looking into it like hardcore now because it's something they've never seen before. It says an international team of scientists from the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, SETI, S-E-T-I, is investigating mysterious signals emitting from a 6.3 billion-year-old star in the constellation Hercules, 95 light-years away from Earth. The implications are extraordinary and point to a possibility of a civilization way more advanced than our own. The unusual signal was originally detected on May 15, 2015 by a Russian Academy of Science-operated Ratan 600 radio telescope in I can't even say that, Chakakaka, Russia, but was kept secret from the international community. Interstellar space reporter Paul Gooster broke the story after researchers quietly circulated a paper announcing the detection of the strong signal in the direction of HD 164595. The mysterious star's designation in HD 164595 and is considered to be a sun-like in nature with nearly identical metallic composition of our own star or sun. So far, a single Neptune-like but warmer planet has been discovered in orbit, but Gillister explains there could be, of course, other planets in this system that are undetected. But what they're saying is that this signal, they said the signal's strength indicates that it, in fact, came from an isotopic beacon. That if in fact, it came from an isotopic beacon, the power source would have to be built off of a Kardashian Type 2 civilization. The scale is used to determine the progress of civilization's technological development by measuring how much energy was used to transmit the interstellar message. What they're saying is that it seemed like it was kind of focused, like it was put in our direction. But they're saying because of the distance, if it would be something they'd be so far advanced from us that we would be so far behind them. Isn't that amazing, though?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Real fucking crazy.
It's I think you have to be an asshole to think that there's not anything else out there. But then it also could just be that we're the one lucky place in the universe that there's just the right amount of conditions for everything that life was able to form. That's a mathematic possibility too, that we're just it. That's it.
Yep.
But to think how, like, I can't even, like our brains aren't made to be able to, to think about and fathom how big the universe is. Because if we could really fathom it, we'd just be fucking paralyzed every day. Like, what the fuck is out there, man? Like, that's all we would think about. Like, if you really thought about how vast the universe is, it goes on forever. Like, it's just that alone fucks with my brain to where I'm like, don't want to think about it because I can't. You just get stuck down a rabbit hole forever. You know what I mean? It goes on forever. There's no end. So it's like how can your brain can't, your brain can't come to grips with that, like, with forever. Like, it's crazy. So it's like, I think there is stuff, there's something else out there, but
I do too. I definitely just think, like you saying, to roll the dice of the cosmic dice and fucking them hit snake eyes, and we are the only people or only creatures to be, to have a brain and stuff, or to be, have a spoken language and walk upright and come up with the fucking internet and shit like that. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, but to say that hasn't been done somewhere else, especially when you say that these fucking scientists say that the universe is infinite. Yeah. Infinite means goes on forever. That means it never ends. That means that means me and you talking like this, we've done this a million times. And I believe that could be what deja vu is.
Yeah.
You're seeing your life through another. It's happened 100 times before. You're doing the exact same thing. I don't know. So just kind of what do you believe? But I definitely think that there's something out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is. And if there are people that visit us, or there's extraterrestrials that visit us, they would be way more advanced. They would be able to travel light years and stuff that we can't do. They could do time travel like fucking Marty McFly, dude. They fucking cruise around. Somebody in the chat said, Vincent Valentine, he said the meteor, in quotation marks, over the coast of Japan the other day after that earthquake. But I didn't see anything about that, so I asked him what he's talking about. I don't know. I have no idea about that one.
He said there was a meteor?
He said there was a meteor over the coast of Japan the other day after the earthquake. But I didn't hear anything about that. When he says meteor in quotation marks, it makes me think he's talking like there was a UFO or something.
Yeah.
But, as far as meteors, man, that shit that Rogan put together with Randall Carlson and yeah, that shit blows your mind, don't it? That shit's fucking crazy. Well, that's what makes you feel so small. Yeah. That just makes you feel like you're nothing in this universe. And that all it takes is one fucking rock come flying through the earth or through the galaxy and smack right into us. And that's it, dude. It don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter what your plans are. Fucking everybody's gone instantly. And, the way they're talking about it, they said it's like, twice a year we pass through, I think it's like an asteroid belt.
Yeah.
And he said it's like putting on a blindfold and walking across 6-lane highway and just hoping that you don't get hit by a truck. And that's scary as fuck, man. It's really fucking scary. I mean, that's not something I'm gonna fucking like mope on or fucking.
Yeah, that's over.
I mean, what can you do? Yeah, what can you do? What can you do? But it's scary. It's amazing to realize that, and I think a lot of people don't want to believe that, But I mean, the kind of evidence that Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson are putting forth, it's very hard to deny that. These guys are two dudes that have dedicated their lives to studying that kind of shit, and if you think you're an idiot if you don't agree.
Well, that just it's not if, it's when. It's when we're going to get hit again. Like, there's just they found evidence that our Earth's been hit, numerous times by massive meteors. Like, to think that it's not going to happen again is crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, people that obsess over that, are you going to live your life, in that kind of fear? Like, you just got to live, and if it happens, it happens, man. Like,
definitely.
Just you just can't think about it, because if you'd be crippled with fear. The way those two were talking, I couldn't even imagine them listening to that fucking podcast high. Just how much it would have fucked with me.
Yeah, it's I mean, again, but I think I'm not gonna to live my life like scared or anything like that. But I definitely think you have to keep that in mind. And like they said, has to be acknowledged by more people. And to think maybe there is something that we can do about it. Maybe there's something with all the shit that we launch into space and satellites and shit. Maybe we can put something out there so we know more ahead of time. Like they're talking about, some of this shit. Like by the time that we see it, it's already too late. That we're not keeping our eyes open enough that you have like a 20-day window or something. By the time you realize something is going to be too close or it's going to hit the Earth. It's like we got to build something or figure something out. Shit has to be like Armageddon where we fly on that bitch and fucking bomb it with blow it up with C4 or something. We gotta. I think we need to look more into it. But yeah, I'm not gonna live each day worrying that a big rock's gonna hit the Earth because I mean it definitely could. But I could get my car and drive to Bellevue tomorrow and get in a car accident too. So. And be killed, I'm more scared of someone running a red light or a fucking stop sign than I am a meteor hitting me.
Yeah. I just looked up on the internet that I guess they're right after that earthquake. There's videos of a meteor flying across the sky.
Really? After that earthquake?
Yeah, moments after earthquake, this meteor appears in the sky over Japan.
Really? I'll have to look that up. He's on to something. That's what I'm talking about, RowdCAST people. That's what I want. I want this shit that I don't even know about, this funky shit. I want to look into it. So thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. I'm gonna dig into that after the show. What else you got, Dan? You got anything else for me? We've been about 2 hours here.
No, I think that's it, man.
Yeah,
I think we talked about everything that I wanted to talk about.
We did talk about a lot of shit, man. What do you think about these fucking? What do you think? Yeah, finger blasting, smelling fucking stinky vag, and I mean, shit. They're snot rockets shooting in dudes' mouths and swallowing it, and fucking smelling stinky vag, and President Trump, man, good old President fucking Trump. What can you fucking say? What did you see? You see these White Lives Matter protests that they were doing? All these fucking racists fucking doing White Lives Matter. But as fucked up as that is, as the White Lives Matter protest, it just kind of shows it's like, I'm 100% with these Black Lives Matter people, and that black, I can't say I'm with them 100%, but I'm 100% with that black men are dying at the hands of police way more than they should be, and something needs to be done about it. But when you have these racist White Lives Matter people, it just kind of shows you that, like, we understand what your movement's about, but it does kind of seem racist when you just say, only Black Lives Matter. So just remember that. But yeah, the White Lives Matter, those guys are crazy racist Nazis. So we don't endorse them here at the RowdCAST. So, well, dude, thank you so much for fucking coming on pre-Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Day now, dude. It's Turkey Day. It's 12 o'clock. So everybody fucking drink, eat, be merry, enjoy your fucking day.
And kill an Indian.
Yeah, kill an Indian, celebrate killing the Indians and passing the shit around and saying, fuck those Indians. Let's throw those pipelines down and get that oil pumping. But no, seriously, Dan, thank you again, man. I appreciate it. We'll do this again. I love when you hit me up and say, hey, let's do a podcast. That's what this is about. So I got plenty of other people. It's hard finding the days and the times to get everything to work. That's the hardest part about this. So everybody wants to do it, but getting it all together is the hard part. So if you were listening tonight, we tried the RowdCAST on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for fucking joining that. If you made a chat or you listened, I seen a bunch of people popping in and out. Thank you so much. If you listen to me on speaker, that's where I'm always at. I'm on Twitter, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Stitcher, I'm on every fucking format that you can listen to a podcast on, so you have no excuses not to listen to me. So check out Dan, follow Dan. He's a pretty cool dude, and he makes me laugh. He always posting stupid shit. So with that being said, I think that's about it, man. So, again, appreciate it, brother. Thanks for being here. If you need anything else, you let me know. All right, we'll do this again real soon.
All right, thanks for having me on.
No problem, Dan. You have a good night, man.
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Later. And on that, I gotta say, love the Dan Lepley, love the man, the myth, the legend it is. Shit, like I said, he's getting up there, man. He's been on here a fucking shitload of times. So, if you fucking are new to the RowdCAST, go back, look at the RowdCAST on Speaker. I have every episode on YouTube. I have every episode. You can go back into the archive. You can see all the other times Dan's been on. Dan's been on probably 4 or 5 times. So, check it out. I love all you motherfuckers. You're crazy as fuck, and I'm weird as fuck, and we're all weird and crazy together. And again, we got one Earth. You know, maybe someday a rock is going to hit it, but until then, let's fucking take care of it, alright? So I'm out. I'm Roddy Rattleoff. I am your host. And do not fucking forget, Fat Fucks Turkey-a-thon 2016 is tomorrow night. And if you never listened to that before, you're in for a fucking doozy, okay? It's going to be 2 fat fucks talking about lots of food, getting drunk, and having a good old time. So we'll be live, I think, on Facebook. I think we're going to do video for that, so it will be interesting. It's going to be our first time spinning the wheel, but please check it out and share it, okay? And share this shit. I love you. Peace.